Hey guys, so today we're going to learn how to do percent and how it's could be worded differently, which would change what you do to a certain problem. So if I asked for 40% of 60, now you can plug this in your calculator as 0.40, and I got that by, there's two zeros and a percent sign, so think of this as 40 as a whole number, and you're moving it twice. So 0.40 of 60, or 0.40 times 60, or you can write it as 60 times 0.40. You can plug that in your calculator and you will get an answer of 24. Another way of doing that is thinking of 6 times 4 is 24. Same thing if you had 15% of 80. Think of this as a whole number just as 15, and you would move it twice. So you would plug in your calculator as 0.15 times 80, or 80 times 0.15. If I plug that in my calculator, I get an answer of 12, which means 12 is 15% of 80. Now, if you have a percent that is only a single digit, for instance, 8% of 50. Now, when I move this decimal twice, I would go here and then here. So I need to fill that in with a 0, because if I do not put the 0, the calculator is going to see 0.8 as 80. So you have 0.08 times 50, or 50 times 0.08. And when I plug that in my calculator, I get an answer of 4. Now that means 4 is 8% of 50. Now sometimes you'll see a problem that looks like this. 60% of what number is 24? So this means that we have the part, which is 24, and that's going to be 60% of a greater number. So your answer should be greater than 24. So this is a little different. So you're going to take the whole number, which is 24, and you're going to divide it by 0.60. 24 divided by 0.60, and that gives you 40. That means that 24 out of 40 is 60%. So you solve it with this, and you can always check your answer by doing 24 divided by 40, and if you get 0.6, that's 60%. Another one, 30% of what number is 18? Again, I have my part. 18 is my part. I'm looking for the whole. So my answer should be greater than 18. So you take your whole number, which is 18, and divide it by 0.30. Now, in your calculator, you can also put divided by 0.3. It's going to be the same answer. And you'll get an answer of 60, which means that 18 out of 60 equals 30%. We'll do one more. Again, if you have a percent that is a single digit, for instance, 9% of what number is 27? Now, again, 27 is my part. That's going to be my numerator on my fraction. To get that whole that we need, you're going to take your whole number of 27, and you're going to divide it by 0.09, not 0.9, because 0.9, the calculator is going to read it as 90%. So 27 divided by 0.09 is going to give me an answer of 300, which means 27 out of 300 equals 9%.